First question here in the middle on the right.
Robert Littau, BSO. In game one, you talked about how you was going to take personal responsibility on Siakam to make sure that he didn't kind of blow up like he did in game one. Can you talk about the job that you did on him tonight and how you was able to slow him down?
I mean, just try to be more aggressive. I wanted to set a tone on him and, not let him get in the rhythm early. And saying that, I didn't box and one him, and chase him around the floor like Richard Sherman does some guys. That's a complete team effort. I tried to do my job when I was on them, and everybody else stepped in and did their job as well. I think, getting back in transition was huge, but, overall, we threw several different bodies at him, so I can't just come up here and be like, yeah, I took him out the game. Like, that's garbage. That was a complete team effort.
Arash over here on the left.
Arash Madane with Sportsnet. Draymond over here. Steph scored 12 points in the last 4 minutes of the half. You guys get it within 5 at the break. Then you go on that tear. What happened in that sequence of time, in that 5 minutes before and 5 minutes after the half, that allowed you guys to take over?
We got stops. We took away their transition buckets, and we got transition buckets. We always say we're at our best when that's our best offense, when we're getting stops and we're pushing the ball. Obviously, Steph was great, in closing out that half for us, and I think we should have been down by a lot more than 5 points. But when you're going in, into the half down 5, we know we can cover that in 10 seconds. So our mindset was great coming out the half, and DeMarcus was big to start the half, and everybody was just moving without the ball, and we pushed the ball in transition. It was big for us.
Standing in the back right.
Draymond, Dan Devine from The Ringer. Picking up on that point on DeMarcus, I'm wondering, when you found out he was going to be starting tonight, what were you thinking about how that might change the way you guys were able to move on offense? And then what did you see from him as the game progressed? Did it seem like he sort of got into rhythm, got going as the game went along?
He did. That's once again, DeMarcus hasn't played much basketball over the course of the last 18 months. So the more he plays, the better feel he gets. Tonight he was huge for us. Coach. Putting him in the star lineup, I think, was big. Obviously they want to attack him on the defensive end, but you watch the film, he didn't give up much on the defensive end in game one. And similar to tonight, he was great on both ends as well. So, and allowed us to play through him some in the post. They got to honor that, or, we know what he's capable of if they don't.
Mark, right here in the front.
Draymond, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Steph, after the game, said it was disrespectful of the Raptors to leave Andre wide open for that shot, given his pedigree. What did you think of that last possession, the way Andre shot the ball with that much time left on the clock, and the fact the Raptors didn't get a foul?
Well, I didn't think they were going to foul. They were trying to get a steal. They were trapping Steph. Steph outletted the ball to me. They came with a trap. But I think as big as Andre's shot was, we've come to expect Andre to hit big shots. Since he's been here, I've seen him hit several game winners. I've seen him, put the icing on the cake of several wins. But the way Sean Livingston met that pass, I think, no one will write about that. We all got a joke amongst us of bad receivers and good receivers. I always call Kevin a bad receiver. I always call Sean a bad receiver. He turned into Megatron tonight for that pass. It was big for us.
Okay, next question.
Hi, Draymond. Tenny Sumagi, Eagle News, Philippines. What would be the Warriors' next game plan to avoid some of the mistakes that were made on defense and offense?
You're always going to make mistakes. That's just the nature of the game we play. You're playing against a great team. They're in the NBA Finals for a reason. They're going to force you to make some mistakes, but it's about the effort that you put out there on the floor to overcome those mistakes. And, I think we did that tonight. You're never going to play a mistake-free game. None of us are expecting that, but you try to minimize the mistakes and take advantage of, the opposite team mistakes.
Dan, on your right.
Opposing team mistakes. That was bad.
Dan Feldman, NBC Sports. You took a lot of personal responsibility after game one, and I think we could see early in the game you stepping up. near halftime, you guys are still down 10. What's going through your mind at that point?
We was down 5 at half.
No, I said near halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they got to 10. What's going through your mind at that point? Are you trying to do even more, or do you just figure if you keep this up, it'll turn around?
I thought if we kept it up, it'd turn around because, when they went on their run, I think they went up 12. We had 3 or 4 possessions where we got great shots, and we just missed them. I have, faith in our team that if we continue to get, we always talk about just getting a shot every time. We're good enough to where if we get a shot every time, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win. So, we weren't turning the ball over. We was getting good shots, and you live with those results. Obviously we got a, good swing there to close out the half, and, the third quarter, we really dominated that quarter.
In a game like this, where you have so many opportunities to guard so many different types of players, how much do you enjoy that challenge?
I enjoy it a lot. From guarding Kawhi is different than guarding Pascal, and guarding Pascal is different than guarding Kyle Lowry. But as a defender, as a competitor, I relish those opportunities to make an impact on the game on the defensive side of basketball. I understand how important that side of basketball is, and no matter who I'm on, I try to make sure I have a big impact on that side.
Thank you, Draymond.
Right here, Mike Bond with Rolling Stone. Right here. To come back and have a big game, breakout game like you had tonight, just how good do you feel right now?
It feels great. I've leaned on my teammates throughout this moment and throughout this whole process, and this was an incredible moment for me. But I'm not satisfied, and looking forward to Game 3.
Steph, what did you make of DeMarcus tonight?
He was special. Obviously, he's getting more comfortable, more minutes, and playing aggressive when he's out there. Puts a lot of pressure on their defense, and even on our defensive end, making his presence felt, blocking shots, being in the right place at the right time, and it's a big lift for us. I know he's been waiting a long time to be on the stage, and obviously with his injuries, he's taken the challenge of inserting himself and making that transition smooth. So it's been fun to watch. More to come.
Tim, standing in back left.
Athletic DeMarcus, what was your reaction when you got word that you would be starting, and what were the days or hours like leading up to knowing that you're going to get to start?
I was just like, cool. I told Steve coming into this, whatever he needed from me, I was okay with it. If it's coming off the bench, if it's starting, if it's playing, 8 minutes or 40, I'm cool with it, whatever. So, I want to come in and help the team with whatever's needed. And when I step on the floor, I'm gonna leave it out there.
Again, lap back left.
Logan Murdoch, NBC Sports Bay Area. DeMarcus, you went through 2, catastrophic injuries, particularly with the quad most recently. What is it in your DNA that wouldn't let you miss this season?
One, I want to be on this stage. This is what I've worked for my entire career, to be on this stage, to have this opportunity, to play for something. But, once they told me I had a slight chance at, being able to return, it basically was up to me and the work and the time I put in behind the injury. It was up to me. So, I put the work and the time in, and with God's grace, I'm able to be out here and, play the game that I love. So, with that, I've told y'all before, I don't take any of this for granted. I've seen how quick this game can be taken away from you. So every chance I get to go out there and play, I'm going to leave it on the floor.
Tim, back right.
Steph, Tim Reynolds with the AP on this side. You guys have used the strength in numbers mantra now for a long time, and have there been too many more nights where that might have rung more true than this one? Steve said that he was thinking DeMarcus's cap would be 20 minutes. He played almost 30. Quinn Cook making the threes. Andre, obviously, with the shot that won it, and there's a shot that sealed it at the end. Strength in numbers, I know it's been around for a while, but tonight it had to mean a lot more than maybe it has a lot of nights.
Yeah, I think when you get to this stage, our DNA shows up. So it's not something you just throw out there to have nice shirts and give out to the crowd at Oracle and have all this marketing stuff. It's literally like how we approach every day from training camp to June. So how we support each other, how guys stay ready throughout the year, whether they play, like you said, 30 minutes or miss, 10 straight games out of the rotation, whatever it is. Coach always talks about it, that everybody's going to have a chance to help us win a championship at some point, and just to stick with it and be patient. And it shows itself over the course of a season. And tonight was huge. And we need 3 more wins, and we need it to keep going. But that's a part of who we are and our DNA. It's not just what we say.
Mark here in the front.
Steph, Mark Medina, Bay Area News Group. It was said on the broadcast that you were entering the game dealing with some kind of illness. Wonder if you can kind of shed light on anything in regards to that and what you tried to do to fight through it.
Just didn't feel right, but to start the game. But end of the day, nothing's going to keep you out from playing in a finals game if you can help it. So I have plenty of time to recover before Game 3. Don't really know what the cause was. Just didn't feel right.
Arash over here.
Steph, over to your left. Arash Madani with Sportsnet. That third quarter, not only the run, but the fact that you were getting contributions from DeMarcus and Quinn Cook and Bogut and just kind of everybody being a part of that. How much did that ignite things for you?
It pretty much won us the game because we established our defensive presence. We got stops, and everybody got involved in the offensive end. And when you come to the timeout after a couple runs like that, and everybody's involved, whether they're scoring or setting screens or making the assist or whatever the case is, everybody feels good, and the vibe is just solid. And we know that we've taken control of the momentum, and then it's just about sustaining it down the stretch. So obviously third quarters have been great for us. Game 1 couldn't get over the hump, but tonight was a different story because of our defense, and everybody contributed to that.
Standing in the back right.
David Colon, CTNI, Puerto Rico. Stefan, how important is you keep your faith up more than you go to San Francisco? You keep your faith up with your teammates to the rest of the series.
To free up my teammates?
Yeah, you always have your faith up. How important is you have your faith up?
My faith?
Your faith up with your teammates for the rest of the series.
I got confidence and faith in everybody steps foot out there on the floor, and they have the same in me. So again, whoever's out there, contributing and playing, we're gonna get the job done and have fun doing it.
Back left.
DeMarcus, Jonathan Cho with Dia TV. Where would you say you are at physically right now? How close are you to being 100%? Because you're still recovering from your injury. Where do you feel like you're at right now?
Bro, I really don't know. I don't know.
Gray sweater here on the left side.
Steph, Kemal Bozkurt, HaberName.com, Turkey. I hope you'll be this time final MVP, but if you will not be, are you going to be upset or you'll be still happy?
I want to win a championship, and that's all that matters, my man. Appreciate it, though.
Thank you, guys.